Here's something that will shake up the cycling world forever. Women's professional cycling is about to witness one of the most internationally diverse and competitive fields ever assembled on American soil. The Maryland Cycling Classic has just dropped their preliminary roster announcements for what promises to be a groundbreaking inaugural women's competition. And the lineup is nothing short of spectacular. Set to unfold on Saturday, September 6th, 2025. In Baltimore, this historic event is bringing together an unprecedented assembly of female cycling talent that spans across 5 continents. But here's where it gets really interesting and potentially controversial. While many major cycling events struggle to achieve true global representation, this Baltimore-based competition has managed to attract professional athletes from an astounding 21 different nations. We're talking about a field so diverse, it includes everyone from European peloton veterans to groundbreaking African representatives making history. The star-studded roster reads like a who's who of international women's cycling excellence. Leading the charge is Canada's 3-time national champion, Alison Jackson, representing EF Education Oatly from Australia. Then there's Denmark's Cecilie Utrup Ludwig from Canyon SRAM Zonda. Known as one of the sport's most formidable one-day specialists. And this is the part most people miss. The field isn't just about established champions. The competition features Paris Olympics silver medalist Bryony Botha from New Zealand, showcasing her team pursuit expertise. Australia's seasoned competitor Tiffany Cromwell brings her impressive resume as a former Giro d'Italia and La Route de France stage victor, plus her recent 5th-place finish at the Gravel World Championships. The American contingent is equally impressive and diverse. Emily Ehrlich from Detroit, Michigan currently holds the U.S. Individual Time Trial Champion title while representing Virginia's Blue Ridge 2028. From the Pacific Northwest, Heidi Franz of Bainbridge Island, Washington, recently claimed runner-up honors at the Tour of Portugal and rides for Synisca Cycling. But here's where things get controversial. The international representation challenges traditional cycling power structures. Cuba's Marlise Mejias brings both her national time trial and road race championship titles, along with her 2025 Tour of America's Dairyland victory. Also competing for Virginia's Blue Ridge 2028. Chilean rider Paulo Muñoz, the 2017 Pan American champion, represents Fearless Femme Racing. The European presence continues with Poland's 3-time individual time trial national champion Agnieszka Skalniak-Sojka from Canyon/SRAM Zonda, and Czech Republic's road race national champion Kristina Berlova representing Saratazit Pro Cycling. Here's what makes this truly historic. The Benin national team will make their debut as the first African female cycling team ever to compete in a major North American racing event. Leading this groundbreaking delegation are time trial national champion Pourmine Marie-Paul Awisu and road national champion Sato Charlotte Matoavi, both preparing for the upcoming World Championships in Rwanda. The American talent pool runs deep with rising stars and established champions alike. Utah's Melissa Rollins from Provo brings her SBT Gravel Championship credentials with Aegis Cycling Foundation. Texas Representative Lauren Stevens from Mesquite adds Tour de Bloom victory and U.S. National Championships road race runner-up status to the Aegis Cycling Foundation roster. Colombia's presence comes through Karen Lorena Villamizar of Pato Bike BMC, who has secured top 8 finishes across 4 major competitions this season, a consistency record that speaks volumes about her competitive caliber. The next generation is equally compelling. California's Chloe Patrick from Carson represents Synisca as the U23 U.S. National ITT champion. Colorado contributes significantly with Ella Sable from Grand Junction, Virginia Blue Ridge 2028, who claimed the U23 U.S. National Road Race title. Parker's Cassidy Hickey rides for CCB PB Levine Law Group as the U.S. U23 Criterium National Champion. Littleton's Mia Asseltine represents Team USA. Bringing U23 national runner-up credentials in both ITT and Criterium disciplines. Joanne Kiesanowski, the competition's women's manager and former elite professional, expressed her enthusiasm about the international scope. The roster we've assembled represents something truly exceptional in women's cycling. We have athletes from the Americas, Asia, Africa, Europe, and Oceania competing together. This diversity reflects the incredible global expansion happening in women's cycling right now. And Baltimore provides the perfect stage for showcasing this level of international competition. The geographic representation spans an impressive range. Australia, Belgium, Benin, Canada, Chile, Cuba, Czech Republic, Denmark, Germany, Ireland, Jamaica, Mexico, Netherlands, New Zealand, Philippines, Poland, Switzerland, Trinidad and Tobago, Ukraine, and the United States. Now, here's where the racing gets technically challenging. And this might surprise casual cycling fans. The women's competition launches at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, featuring a demanding 4-lap circuit that covers 71.6 miles, 115.2 kilometers. For those unfamiliar with professional cycling distances, this represents a significant endurance challenge that tests both speed and stamina. The course itself presents unique technical challenges that separate this event from typical road races. Starting at Harbor Point District's Central Plaza, competitors will navigate to a finish line along East Pratt Street, near Baltimore's iconic Inner Harbor. Less than a mile from their starting point, but worlds apart in terms of the physical demands they'll face. Here's what makes this course particularly brutal. 3,868 feet, 1,179 meters of total climbing spread across those 4 laps. The northern section features a punishing 900-meter climb that will determine the Queen of the Mountains classification. Essentially, this is where the race's best climbers will separate themselves from the field. But here's the controversial part that purists will either love or hate. Each lap includes a unique 550-meter cobblestone section through Fells Point District on Thames Street. Cobblestones in women's professional cycling remain a divisive topic. Supporters argue they add tactical complexity and showcase bike handling skills. Critics contend they create unnecessary crash risks and favor certain riding styles over pure athletic ability. What do you think? Do cobblestone sections enhance competitive excitement or create unfair advantages for riders more familiar with European-style racing conditions? The Maryland Cycling Classic operates under the Sport Entertainment Corporation of Maryland, functioning as a 501c3 tax-exempt organization affiliated with the Maryland Sports Commission. This structure, established in 2019, demonstrates Maryland's commitment to advancing the state through athletic competitions. Terry Hasseltine serves as president, while John Kelly chairs the Maryland Cycling Classic specifically. Steve Brunner handles executive director responsibilities, and Jim Birrell manages race direction duties. This organizational backing raises an interesting question about the future of American cycling events. Should more states follow Maryland's model of creating dedicated sports corporations to attract international competitions? For media inquiries and additional information, Craig Miller from KOM Sports, 719-339-6593, Craig at komsports.com, and Katrina Younts from MARC Global, 310-995-3619. Katrina at markglobalcommunications.com serve as primary contacts. Social media coverage continues across Facebook, Instagram, and X platforms under @Maryland Cycling Classic and @Maryland Classic handles. Complete preliminary roster details are available through the official Maryland Cycling Classic website at www.marylandcyclingclassic.us. So here's my question for you. With women's cycling experiencing unprecedented global growth and diversity, do events like this inaugural Maryland Cycling Classic represent the future of the sport, or are they simply catching up to where women's cycling should have been decades ago? And more importantly, will American audiences embrace the technical complexity of cobblestone racing, or will they prefer the pure steed focus of traditional criteriums? Share your thoughts. This could spark some heated debate among cycling enthusiasts.